Hello, hello, hello. We are alive. I hope. Okay, it's been a couple of weeks since we did this. I've still been playing, so we're not gonna start right where we left off or anything. So if that's what you're expecting, don't. Uh, I did say when I posted this over at Mines that I had a little surprise for you this week, and let's call it a little nostalgia. Uh, I did a little shopping on this profile. For starters, I bought a third garage and sent all my drivers out of my original garage from Spokane. So it's just me operating out of the Spokane garage. And I now have 5 trucks in there because I bought some little pieces of nostalgia to just for some fun. Hello, Chris. Okay, so the very first truck that we're going to drive today, and I'll show you the whole garage, but I want to show you this one first because it was the first one I bought. The very first truck that I'm going to show you today is from the what did it was 1979 to 1981, and you'll recognize it as soon as I show it to you here. Where's my desktop thing? Here we are. The BJ and the Bear Kenworth 100. I'll just go out here so you can see the whole truck. There she is. The Kenworth K100E BJ and the Bear. And if we zoom in here, you can see it on the side. BJ McKay, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And if we hop inside, you'll see why I've been driving this truck for a little bit here to get used to it, because you'll notice it's a cab over, unlike all the other trucks in this game that are conventionals and have long nose. And driving it is a little bit different than you're used to. So I've been driving this a little while just so I could get used to how to drive it. But this is a modded truck. It's not actually in the game. I've broken my word and brought modded trucks into the game just because, hey, they're fun. This is the first time I've actually tried this truck, and it works very well. It runs well. It looks great. It has one problem that I don't like, and we'll get to that when it happens. But listen to this engine when it fires up. Does that not sound awesome? Okay, so now, first of all, I need to go back to the... we don't have a job, so we're not going anywhere. Now, since I'm pulling my own trailer, we can go to the cargo market and get jobs there. We're in Spokane. Now... Ooh, that's a long trip. Now, here's the thing. If I were playing by myself and I wasn't doing a stream, I would take this load because it's the most valuable, and, 2,000 miles, $84 a mile, that's a pretty good load. I would go ahead and take that, but this is a stream, and part of the downside of this particular truck is somewhere in the programming or whatever, they must have put a governor on it. This truck will not do over 72 miles an hour. It's got the engine to do it. It's got the transmission to do it. It absolutely could, but I'm guessing somewhere in the programming they limited the truck. I think it says a 605. I don't remember it's 605 or 625 horsepower engine in it. So it absolutely could do more than 70. And it will when it goes downhill, because unfortunately I can't get a retarder in the transmission for this either. So you'll see it'll go over 72 downhill, but when you're accelerating you can't make it go over 72. Now that's only a problem in Nevada, because Nevada is the only state here that has a speed limit above 70 anyway. Well, actually, there's some 75 down here, but yeah, again, we can't do 75 either. So instead of picking this load, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a shorter one. Just because this will take probably 2.5, 3 hours. I don't think anybody wants to watch the stream that long. This one's 800. Oops. Shite. Just messed that up. Where is this? 800. 8. Yeah, that'll be better. We can do that. Yeah, I mean, this is more money, but less per mile. You see that is 40 per mile, where this is 79 per mile. Altogether, that's more money, but you know, it's substantially longer. And if I'm going to take a 2,000-mile trip, I might as well take this one. Okay, so we're going to go pick up some dynamite.
Ready to roll.
Actually, I need some fuel first, but we'll stop here for some fuel. You hear that engine? That's freaking awesome. What the hell is going on here? I don't know why it all wigged out on me there. Anyway. Fill up. Oh, I'll bet the trailer clipped that awning. I didn't see that we're too low there. All right. The other minor problem with this truck is you can't get the 300-gallon tank. I think it has a 220 or something. I think. Should have just went.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
For those who don't know the truck, BJ and the Bear was a TV program on, well, I don't want to say what station it was on because I don't remember. Probably NBC or something. But it was on television from 1979 to 1981. It ran 3 seasons. And it was really kind of typical of TV shows at the time, in that the plot was a little ludicrous. It was basically this trucker who had a monkey as a pet. He named him Bear after the Alabama coach. Basically, he drove this truck around as an independent trucker and got into various adventures, I guess you want to call them that. Various run-ins with crooked lawmen, etc., things like that. And of course, there was always a plethora of good-looking girls just
Keep right, and then exit right.
who apparently had absolutely nothing else to do with their day but hang around and wait for BJ to show up.
Exit right.
We haven't gotten our load yet. Where the hell are we going? Oh. Well, you shouldn't have said that's in Spokane, because it's really not in Spokane. Anyway, yeah, I picked up this truck on the Steam mod page there because I've been waiting for a cab over truck. Now I have the Freightliner FLB installed also. I think. Well, at any rate, that one's also a cab over truck. But I prefer this one. This one's actually nicer. There's nothing wrong with the Freightliner. It's a good truck too. But I went with one of these cab overs because, you know, it's different. And that guy's not going to let me over. Dick. It's different than driving these conventionals all the time. It sounds weird because, you know, a truck is a truck, but you notice when you look out the window here, you can't see your nose. So it makes judging where you are in the lane a little bit more challenging.
Go straight on.
Seriously, I have to go to the way station? I'm stinking empty, you douchebag. Also, turning this thing is a little bit different too because it turns much sharper and everything.
Get ready to turn right.
Alright, see, I'm empty. Assholes.
Turn right.
Anyway, the cab over trucks in America have kind of been phased out, and most of that was because of regulations, trucking regulations from the National Transportation Board. Back in the late 70s, well, actually most of the 70s, trucks were limited on their length, and that included the trailer. So you could only, and I don't remember what the numbers are, so don't ask me, you can look them up, but you were only allowed a certain amount of length from the nose of the truck to the tail of the trailer. And in order to get more product on the trailer, what they did was they shortened the nose of the truck and put the cab on top of the engine.
Get ready to turn right.
So, like in this truck right now, what we're doing, we're sitting on top of the engine. And that was all because of regulations in order to get more length out of the trailer and therefore pull more product. So it was more cost effective to do that. Now, these trucks, I've ridden in these trucks before, they're not very comfortable, especially if you're used to like the conventional big cab trucks.
It was a nice ride.
They shake, they're loud. They get hot, of course, because you're sitting on top of the engine. Especially in the days before air conditioning, you know, these cabs would just be miserable. Is this the one I want? Yeah, that's the one I want. Yeah, we don't need our windshield wipers on. Anyway, yeah, the ride is a little more bumpy. because you have a shorter wheelbase. I don't know if I can turn this trailer in there. We'll try it. I headed the right way here. Now, the good thing about this particular truck is it's very maneuverable. The bad side is I am in a tiny little straightaway here and I can't swing that cab much wider than that to get out of it. Excuse me. We're still not in there. A little more. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I hope we're not clipping that other trailer. Now I'm blind. I don't think we're in there. Nope, we're not. We're still not in there. It might take it, but it'll take it. We're not quite in there, but okay, back in the cab and off we go.
Here we go.
All right, map me. See if we can do any discovery on the way. I don't think we can. Well, we could come down this way through Ontario, but that's kind of out of the way. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna waste time doing that. I mean, let's put a marker over there and see what happens. It's about an extra 200 miles to go that way. Let's not do that. Thing is, I'm driving with my own gas here, so every extra mile costs me money. We'll just stick with the method that already mapped out.
Time to hit the road.
All right, off we go. Now, unfortunately, there is no mod to give me a little monkey in this truck to add a little more realism.
Get ready to turn left.
Now, the funny thing with the TV series with BJ and the Bear,
Turn left.
you know, Bear was in every episode, but he really wasn't that important. I mean, he was just kind of a gimmick. He wasn't a major part of the story or anything. At least none of the episodes I remember watching anyway. He was there, and, you know, he occasionally helped BJ get untied when he was kidnapped and stuff like that, but Bear wasn't really like a major part of the plot. Now, when we get to the other side of this trip, I'll show you in the garage the other trucks that I bought, because my garage is now full, or at least the one in Spokane is full. I can buy more garages, of course, but I want to keep, you know, the trucks in Spokane are just my trucks. I'm not going to hire drivers for these trucks. I don't want somebody else driving BJ's truck. That's my truck. I drive.
Keep right.
Well, that's weird. They made me stop when I was empty, but now that I'm full, they don't make me stop. Whatever.
Go straight on.
Yeah, I mean, just the engine sound of this is better than the stock SCS trucks. It just sounds like a real truck, you know? Hey, Spuggy, welcome aboard. Now, you missed the whole spiel about what I'm driving. I think you can rewind and look at that. I think. But here, I'll show you. I'll just step outside. This is I don't know if you're a trucking nostalgia '80s kid like me. This is BJ and Ware's truck.
Keep right, and then exit right.
And yeah, it has no nose.
Exit right.
This is the Kenworth K100E Aerodyne sleeper. What the shit is that? Somebody tried to get on and somebody tried not to let him on. Yeah, this is the Kenworth K100E cab over truck. And you can tell from, look around the dash here, this is an older truck. I don't remember when they quit making them, but, or this particular model, I mean. But these were, these style of trucks, the cab overs, these were king of the road in America in the 70s. The high-pitch whine, yeah, that is, that's part of the Kenworth engine. That, I believe it's the turbo that you're hearing. It helps inject air into the pistons, or the combustion chambers, I mean. And you'll see it, I don't know, next time after that. I also have a Kenworth W900 in the garage. I'll just spill the beans on that one. You'll hear the same whine on that truck. It's unique to the Kenworth trucks. Oh, I guess the speed limit went up. We can speed up a little bit.
Right.
I think I want to stay in this lane, actually. Yeah, I do. Well, I guess it really didn't matter. Well, it does now, because there's a damn car up next to me. This thing, this particular truck, also kind of struggles a little bit going up and down hills. And I don't get why. It must be something in the programming, because it's got more than enough horsepower to pull this, what are we pulling, like 40,000 pounds of dynamite or something? So it's got more than enough horsepower for that. This has basically the same size engine as that Peterbilt I was driving in the other ones. A little bit smaller. The Pete has a 625. This has like a 605, I think it is. So as far as it's struggling up hills and everything, it's got to be something in the programming that they did. The mod authors did to make it like that. Because horsepower-wise, gear-wise, load-wise, there's really no reason it should do that. It should be just as good as the Peterbilt. Now, of course, this is not as aerodynamic as the more modern trucks, so you would expect fuel consumption to be kind of shit. Which, as far as I've noticed from driving this truck, it kind of is. And I just noticed my dashboard's not working. Well, the upper part there. The little box on my upper right there, the little yellow screen, that's the odometer. It should have numbers in there, and it doesn't. I must have messed something up. Installed another mod that's conflicting or something, because that was working.
Right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Yeah. Hang on, Smuggy. I see your comment, but I can't read it while I'm trying to turn here. Yeah, I can't believe you hadn't heard of Peterbilt. Peterbilt's huge. I'm trying to think of some other famous movies that had Peterbilts in them. Shit off the top of my head, I can't think of it. I mean, everybody knows the Smokey and the Bandit truck, but that was a Kenworth. Other famous trucks are well, yeah, I was talking about the Knight Rider truck earlier. That was a GMC General. which doesn't exist in this game, so I can't get one of those. And I haven't seen a mod for it yet either, so I can't put that on here. Let's see, the Convoy movie, that was a Mac. Well, I mean, there were Peterbilts in there. Actually, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, Pigpen, who rode behind the rubber duck, he drove a Peterbilt cab over, if I remember right. I looked for a mod for those too, and nobody's made one yet, so I couldn't put one of those in here. Then there was Over the Top. If you remember the Stallone movie, the arm wrestling movie, he drove an old, I want to say it was like an old 351 at the beginning of the movie, and at the end of the movie, the truck he won from the arm wrestling thing was a Peterbilt 567. I think it was a 567. Pretty sure it was a 567. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was a 567. Mad Max. I don't remember what he drove. The new one or the Mel Gibson one? Because did Mel Gibson even drive a truck? Yeah, he did. He drove the fuel truck. I think that was a Mac. I think. Now, the new one, I don't know. I didn't watch the new one. But I think the old one was a Mac R.
Keep right.
I'm terrible
and
with...
then exit right.
I'm terrible with Mac model numbers, but I do believe that was a Mac R.
Exit right.
There is a mod for Mac Rs in this game. I could put one
Keep
in
right,
here, but
and then turn right.
Shut up, woman! I'm talking. The thing is, I've played with the
Turn
Mac
right.
R a little bit, and I didn't like it. There's nothing wrong with the truck; it works just fine and everything. I just don't like it. I'm not comfortable in it. It was what was crap? The new movie, you mean? Probably. Most of the remakes they do suck. I think in the history of remakes, there might be, maybe 2 that don't suck. I like the Italian Job, the one with Charlize Theron and Mark Wahlberg. That was a remake from I want to say early 70s, maybe late 60s movie. That was okay, but then again, I didn't see the original, so I don't know how it compares. But as far as a standalone movie, it was okay. The Gone in 60 Seconds with Nicolas Cage. Yeah, that was still a shit movie, but it was actually better than the original. I know there's probably some old movie fan out there just yelling at me right now, but the original Gone in 60 Seconds, I mean, there was hardly any plot to it. It was basically just a car chase. The whole stinking movie was a car chase. That's fine, but that doesn't really make a very good movie. Yeah, there must be a mod conflict here because that odometer should definitely be working. It was working before. So I must have installed something that messed it up. Anyway, I did not buy every one of the mods I tried. I tried out a number of them, and some of them, there was an International that I tried out. It's a nice truck, and it works just fine. There's nothing wrong with it, I mean, if it's a truck you want to play with, then great, you can do that. But again, it was just a truck that I'm not comfortable with, so I didn't keep that one. It looks nice on the inside, that International did. It looks nice. The dashboard's all, I don't want to say space age, but you know, when you go from this to that, yeah, it looks like a space age truck. But yeah, it just it's a little lacking on the horsepower and acceleration. Again, it's like this. It struggles going up and down the hills, and it's not so unique or different to the other conventional trucks that that it was really all that much interesting to me. So I didn't keep that one. And then the Mac R. Yes, I tailgate a lot. Thank you. Especially when the guy is doing, 25 under the speed limit. What was I saying? The Mac R. Again, there's another perfectly fine truck. It works. The mod works great. If you like the older trucks, actually even older than this one. If you like the older style trucks, then yeah, it's a great thing to play with. But there were a couple of things about its design that just bugged me, and so I didn't really like it. When you look out my left side here, you see the rear view mirror. In the Mac R, I can't see that because it's behind my vision. So in order to look at the mirror, I have to actually turn my head to see the mirror, and that bugs the crap out of me when I'm driving in a straight line. Just popped in to say goodnight. Well, good night, Stuart. I'm glad you stopped in anyway. Too bad you can't hang around, but yeah, I know my time zone is not conducive to everybody, so I appreciate you stopping by anyway. Yeah, anyway, so the Mac R, also another one of those that max horsepower is a little low for my tastes. And really that's just it's not a knock on the truck itself. It's a knock on me, because I'm spoiled driving these much bigger, much more powerful trucks. That Mac, I don't quote me on it, but I do believe the biggest engine you can get for that is 500 or 425 or something. I'm used to driving the 600-700 range, so to me it feels very, very sluggish, and it really, really struggles going uphill when you're pulling a heavy load. But really the biggest thing to me was the position of the mirrors. Just drove me crazy. I'm trying to think of what else I tried out that I didn't keep. Well, I don't have a Viper 389 in the garage, because when I installed that and started driving it, my game crashed. So it clearly, that mod conflicts with something else I have on here, and that's a real pisser, because I love that truck. I've driven that truck a lot. That truck is fucking awesome. But in order to put it on here, I would have to take off, find out which one it's conflicting with, and take that off, and I don't want to do that, so we just won't be driving a Viper. You know what, dude? You're done. It's 55 out here, and you're slugging along at fucking 35. You're pissing me off. Volvo, go figure. Speaking of which, I didn't install it on this profile, but I did find a Volvo I liked. may, at some point, I may switch out one of the trucks in my garage and put that Volvo in there. I don't want to tell you what's in my garage right now because I'll reveal that at the end of the stream. I do still have the original 389 that we started with, so that didn't go anywhere. It's still in there. That will probably be.
Get ready to turn left.
If we get crunched for space or something and want to buy another truck, that'll probably be the first one that I sell, because that's just a stock SCS truck. I can always go buy another one. It's just not a big deal. Yeah, I'm gear jamming again. Hi, Defiance. Gear jamming in BJ's rig.
Get ready to turn right.
You can, I look on the rearview mirrors there, you can see I'm driving BJ's rig.
Turn right.
And speeding through town because I wasn't paying attention. Clipped a little curb back there, but I didn't hit the sign, so that's going good. And I'm speeding again. Man, I can't believe how easy it is to speed in these towns. There we go. Now, this is where you're going to see this truck struggle a little bit. This hill's not terrible, but this goes uphill for a while, so we're not going to be, I mean, you see the speed limit's 60, we probably won't get up to 60 until we start going downhill. I don't know. It struggles a little bit up here. Yeah, where's the bear? Sadly, there's no mod. I can't get a monkey sitting in the seat next to me. If I could, I would do it, but I can't. Now, I will tell you, I'll just give you the hint, that my garage is now full of nostalgia trucks, mostly. There's a couple in there that are not old, famous trucks, but basically I went mod hunting for, movie and television trucks, and I bought a couple of them. Do you? That was one of the theme songs for. I liked the show when I was a kid. I remember watching it, but it was one of the theme songs that I didn't like. His theme song was just annoying. Yeah, I see we don't have a retarder on this transmission either. Unfortunately, that's not an option. I can't get it on this truck, so I have to keep watching my speed going downhill too. See, we'll just run away. I'm totally not on the gas at all. We'll just run away. Defiance, I am not going to tell you what's in that garage until the end of the episode. So, Even if you guess right, I'm not going to tell you. I will show off the garage at the when we reach the end of this delivery, which is another, what, 470 miles. Optimus Prime.
Turn right.
It's going to blow your mind if I tell you that that's actually one of them. Oh, what the hell? Okay, my bad. That was me. My mistake. I totally crashed into that car. That one was my fault. I didn't realize there was a turn lane there. I thought that was... whatever. I thought that was my lane when I was turning. I really wasn't watching.
Go straight on. Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
So you're just watching for the wrecks, I guess, huh? You know what? It's not a hit and run because that guy has no proof whatsoever because his car is not damaged and neither is my truck. No harm, no foul. Nobody did nothing. Well, I am speeding again. Fuck. I need to raise these speed limits in town because I can't drive this slow.
Go straight on.
Well, yeah, you got a point. That's the only reason anybody watches racing. I knew you were going to do that. Dick. You're not going to do the speed limit, are you? Look at this, we got ourselves a little convoy here. Slugging along at 5 under the speed limit, which is going to drive me crazy. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. You got no excuse, you're running empty. Scared that bus. You see his emergency flashers? Guys, come on. That turn was not that bad. We were already going slow anyway. See, look at this guy. He just keep tapping brakes, tapping brakes. For heaven's sakes, dude, the turn is not that steep.
Keep left, and then turn left. turn left.
You missed it, Defiatance. I actually mentioned Goliath earlier. Unfortunately, Goliath is a GMC General, and there is no mod for that truck, so I couldn't get one. So I just broke my word there, gave you a hint. Goliath is not one of them. I wanted it though. Goliath was a cool fucking rig, but yeah, that's it. It's a GMC General. That's not in the game, so I can't get it. I'm sure there's a paint job out there. You can probably throw it on a different rig and pretend it's Goliath, but it wouldn't be the same truck. I mean, a truck that famous, I'm sure somebody made a mod for the paint job. Seriously, dude, that turn was not that sharp. Well, yeah, of course it wouldn't have missiles. They wouldn't have kit in the back of it either, I'm sure. Come on! Dude! That's it. Breaking the law. You're pissing me off now. See, look at this. There's absolutely no reason why we should have been doing 45 like a douchebag. I wish that guy had a name on the side of his truck so I'd remember not to hire him. See, I mean, look at this. I've got the oldest truck on the road here. Mine's not having any problem taking these turns. Dick. I did not squeak by. I had plenty of room. There was at least 3 or 4 feet left. Because this doesn't have a computer readout, I can't check the range that I have left in the tank. I just have to kind of guess. But I do believe I can get 1,000 miles out of this tank, and the run was less than 1,000 miles, so we shouldn't have to stop for fuel.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Excuse me. Just start getting up to speed and you make me slow down again. And speed right back up. There was absolutely no reason for that change in speed limit. Welcome to California. Yay! I mean, I guess the good and bad thing about California is I know the speed limit's 55 pretty much everywhere. Regardless of what the sign says, because those are for cars. Seeing dotted yellow, and I'm doing the speed limit so I can actually pass you legally. Look at that. Absolutely nothing illegal about any of that.
Get ready to turn left. turn left.
Well, if you went by the television series, apparently it wouldn't matter who was driving the truck. They just stopped this truck every time it came through. Yeah, I am in California, and I'm sure that somewhere in California regulations, this truck is probably not allowed on their damn highways anymore because of emission standards and shit like that. You know what? Spider Mike drove a Peterbilt too, I think. An old one. I wouldn't even hazard a guess on the model, but I'm trying to remember. I think he drove a Peterbilt, a very, very old one. I was just sitting here trying to remember any, famous movie slash television series that had a Peterbilt. Like we were talking about earlier, and honestly, I can't think of that many. I'm positive there were some, I just don't remember them. I do believe Optimus Prime was a Peterbilt, the newer one anyway. I don't know about the old one, the old cab over one. But the newer movies where Optimus is a conventional, that's a 389. It's a custom 389, but it's a 389.
Get ready to turn left. turn left.
Oh, 379. Okay, my bad. A little bit older version. It was custom anyway, but yeah, 379. The 79 and 89 really look very similar. Joyride. I don't remember that movie. Duel. Yeah, that was a little before my time. Death Race had a... I didn't even know Death Race had a truck in it. Oh, 2008. I'm thinking of the older Death Race. I'm seeing a lot of 379 there. Yeah, those were very popular model. I think Maximum Overdrive, I think that was a Kenworth. W900. I think. Well, I mean, there were a lot of trucks in that movie, but the main truck, the Gremlin truck, was a Kenworth, I think. Right, 65. What? We're still in California. Aren't we? 70? We must not be in California. We must be in Nevada, because there's no way it's 70 in California. Ah, we're in Nevada. Okay. We're skirting through Nevada. Okay. Well, like, there's no way that's 70 in California. Guess we'll take advantage of it as much as we can here because it's going back to 55.
Keep left.
Now, I'm a little surprised that SCS hasn't gotten an agreement with Freightliner, because Freightliner is the #1 truck in America. I don't know why I just did that. The lane ends anyway. So you know, when you drive around this game, you see nothing but Kenworth and Peterbilt. Yeah, that's not reality. You can't go 2-3 minutes down the road without seeing a Freightliner in America. Most of the big shipping people like UPS and FedEx, they use Freightliners. So you can imagine they're all over. Well, they don't exclusively use Freightliners, but you know, they use a lot of them. I've seen some internationals too, but not very many. I don't know if GMC actually still makes a big rig. Like I said, they used to make the General. I don't know if they got out of that game and didn't find it profitable or something. I don't know. I haven't looked. I know Ford used to make big rigs too. The Ford 9000 cab over was fairly popular back in the day. But why did you just slow down? Oh, the speed limit dropped. Why do you just keep tapping your brakes, dude? Yeah, see, this is where the part where I can't do the speed limit because this truck won't do more than 72. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's only 10 miles an hour. Now, if I were spending a lot of time driving around Nevada, that might irritate me a little, but when you're just driving through every now and then, it's not a big deal.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Okay, well that answers my question. They don't make them anymore. They're partnered with Volvo. Okay, I didn't know that. Actually, it wasn't something I had even thought about until just now. I hadn't bothered to look it up because I just didn't think of it. For future reference, that's kind of how my mind works too. I just come up with random things that I don't know, and I go look them up because I don't know. I see the finish line on the GPS up there. We got 18 miles to go. I didn't realize we were that close already.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left. This is where it ends.
Oh, Ford's going back into big trucks, are they? I am not at all familiar with this drop-off point. Huh. I must not come here very often. Let's see where they want this. Because I don't know how hard it's going to be. I don't recognize this place. Maybe we ought to play it safe this time since I don't recognize this place. What the hell did we miss? I'm sitting on it. What the fuck? This one must be incredibly exact or something because seriously, we couldn't have missed it by that much. Literally an inch off or something. Douchebags. Not for the U.S. I don't know why they would bother. I mean, the market is pretty much dominated by the big three now. I can't imagine it would be very easy to break into the big truck market in the U.S. Well, back into, since Ford used to do that. But okay, let me wrap this up. Now, well, if I show you the garage, I can't quite show you the trailer at the same time. Well, we'll just do it anyway. Excuse me. Now, you can tell which one's mine because it's the only one with trailers. I'm not buying trailers to put in the other garages. Those drivers will use them, but as far as economics go, I haven't noticed that there's any difference in the profit that they bring in. If you give them a trailer, they don't make any more money than if you don't. Same thing with the trucks. Let me go to my truck manager here. You see, I've given them all stock 389s with the regular 370 horsepower engines in them. Yeah, that's because it doesn't matter. Whatever truck they have, they earn the same amount. There's no reason to give them more expensive trucks. They don't earn more. It just costs you more. Now, what we all came to see, the bit of nostalgia from my garage. Of course, you know the BJ and the Bear truck is there, and the Peterbilt I have been driving is there. But I also have... Come on. You know what? You'll be able to see it better on the truck manager. We'll just go to the Spokane garage. The Smokey and the Bandit, Kenworth 900. Now, this is not the exact same model of Kenworth that Snowman drove in the movie. That particular model's not in the game, but it was a Kenworth 900, so I got a Kenworth 900 and painted it. And I do have the trailer also, the Bandit trailer, which I'll show you in a second. This Freightliner is doubling as my Goliath. Since I can't do Goliath, the GMC's not in there, this is my Goliath. Now, I will make this the last truck we drive because I love this truck. And once I start driving it again, I'm not going to want to drive another truck. So, this will be the last one that we do. And I'll probably just stay in it because I love that Freightliner. And then the other one is the 567. Now, before I show you the truck, the Pete 567 is from the Over the Top movie, the Stallone arm wrestling movie. Now, in that, he gets this Pete 567 at the end of the movie when he wins the arm wrestling championship. That was part of his winnings, was the money he bet and everything, and then the truck. Well, the truck was an orange and black Pete 567. I do have that paint job, and I could put that paint job on there. However, this particular mod comes with another paint job that I really, really like, so I went with that one instead. So it's not one of the nostalgia trucks, but it is, and it's not. I just didn't paint it right. And you'll see why. I like this. This paint job's much better. It's the Black Magic paint job. Now, to get a better look at the trucks, I will have to do a little finagling here. Because I can't go outside the outside cam and show you the truck unless I'm driving the truck, and I'm currently not driving them. So, in order to do that, I need to relocate myself to one of those trucks. So, we'll do the Smoky truck first. And I got to go to Trailer Manager, and I think it's the second one. Yeah, second one. We'll use that trailer. Okay, and then we go to Drive, and it should be sitting in the Spokane garage there. Goliath was not a cab over. Goliath was a GMC General. And there is Smokey and the Bandit's truck. Now, the one glaring problem with it is the reefer, which on here is white. On the movie, it was black. Unfortunately, the game doesn't have a black reefer, so I couldn't get one. But there you go. That's Smokey and the Bandit's truck. Now, this is not a modded truck, just so you know. This is the standard SES Kenworth W900. The only mod on it is the paint job. Now, where are we? Driver Manager. Goliath in, well, you know what? Are we talking the old Knight Rider or the new Knight Rider? Because there might be a difference. I actually didn't look, but when I looked up Goliath yesterday, Goliath was a GMC General, which is not a cab over truck. What am I doing? Right, I'm relocate myself again, which I'm not going anywhere because all these trucks are in the same garage, but I'll show you that one last because I love that truck. And for these two trucks, I use the same trailer because there really is no trailer for them. It's just a standard. I'm not even going to show you the trailer. It's just a standard reefer truck with a black trailer. That's not all that interesting. But I will show you the 567. Now, I like this truck too. This is probably my third favorite truck. It's kind of a little blend between the new and the old. You see, it kind of looks, it's kind of got like the 389 look to it, but a little bit of the 579 styling. Oh, old Knight Rider, okay. Well, that one may have been. I didn't look. Anyway, this is the 567. Now, it does have, or the mod, I do have the over-the-top paint job for it, but I didn't put that on there because I like the Black Magic paint job. If we go inside the cab, you can look around here. It's, there's nothing special in here. Except for my little bobblehead bulldog there on the dashboard. Alright, now, the final truck. Where's the driver manager? There we go. The final truck in my garage at the moment is the Freightliner Cascadia, which, I have to click on that first. Which, as far as this game goes, this is my personal favorite truck. I love this truck. Now, the only problem with it is paint jobs. A lot of the paint jobs that come with this truck are just straight standard colors. There's not a lot of mod skins for this particular truck. So I just painted it straight metallic black here and figured we'll pretend that this one is Goliath because Goliath doesn't exist in the game, so I'll just make my own. But oh my god, I love this truck. Excuse me. And you see I put my little bulldog in there too. Now, part of the reason, and not the whole reason, but part of the reason I love this truck is because... Oh, it's not working. The black box here, the digital display, I'm going to have to figure out why that doesn't work. I must have gotten a mod out of order or something. But part of the reason I love this truck is that digital display. It's compared to the other ones, it's huge. And I can actually see the numbers, and it's very, very useful. But this is the truck on the outside. Again, the paint job, there's nothing special to it because there's not a lot of choices for paint. The mod comes with a bunch of company paint jobs, which, of course, I don't drive for those companies, so I didn't put that on there. But yeah, I love this truck. This truck drives awesome. It sounds good. It's got great horsepower. Hills are not a problem for it. I love this truck. Scanias. Yeah, Scanias are European trucks. They're not really American trucks. Okay, so now what are we at here? How long have we been on? I can't tell. Where's my timer? Oh, here we are. Okay, we've already been on for an hour and a half, so I'm not going to actually drive any of these trucks right now, but we'll save those for another week. Let me check in on my drivers real quick. Yeah, you can see that they're all making 3,000-4,000 a day. That's well, except this guy who sucks. But that's pretty good, and they won't. Honestly, that'll be about what they make for the rest of their fucking lives. They don't make a whole lot more than that. I mean, check this guy out. He's like, his skill set's not huge, but on my main profile, I have guys with maxed out stats that they still don't make much more than this. Maybe, 5,000-6,000 a day, possibly, if I remember right, a couple of them. But most of them will all stick right around 3,000 to 5,000 a day, and that's fine, because seriously, when you get like 100 drivers or 135 or whatever the number is now, all of them making 5,000 a day, seriously, you're drowning in money. Money's definitely not a problem. I mean, you see right now, I have 136 in the bank, and I have 5 trucks that nobody's driving, so. Money's really not a problem after you get started. Aside from that first grind to get enough money to buy a truck, seriously, after that, money is really not a problem. Actually, you know what? I think I can show you my main profile. Yeah, here we go. I won't play it, I'll just load it so you can see that how big the company will get. And you see I'm driving a Freightliner. Okay, driver manager, how many have I got? I have 143 drivers. And I don't think I'm full, actually. Maybe I am, I'm not sure, I don't remember. No, I'm not, because Seattle has no drivers, no trucks yet. Olympia, and here too. So I can still get 12 more. And I'm not really. I could get them right now. You can see I got 25 million in the bank. Money is so not a problem. If we go to Garage Manager, you can see the company makes about $4 million every week. And this is actually down because I've been fucking around. So we actually make more than that, but according to this, and this is what bugs me, according to this, even my best garages are not making what they should be making. Fresno here is these are my oldest drivers, the ones I've had the longest, and that garage is only making less than half of what it should make. According to these numbers, and I don't know how accurate this is because I've never seen them do it, but according to these numbers, this size garage with 5 drivers should make $300,000 a week. Well, they don't. They make roughly $20,000 a day. So I don't know. The problem is there's no real management over your drivers. You see, these guys are not as good as those drivers, yet they're making more money. So I don't know. That part doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. But this is what matters. When your company's making $4 million a day, seriously, you don't need to worry about money anymore. It comes very, very easily. The paint, the paint job on this particular company is I was testing something. When I originally started this company, all these trucks were black trucks. But if you notice when you drive around the game world, there's all kinds of black trucks. So I was like, I can't tell the difference between the AI drivers and which ones are my trucks. So I painted the whole company, I painted all the trucks purple because none of the AI trucks were purple. So I figured if I painted all mine purple and I see a purple truck, well, that must be one of my trucks. It doesn't work. No matter what your color your trucks are, you will not see them on the road. I've been driving around for, almost 500,000 miles. No? Where are we? Oh, that's just this truck. Well, you can see I put almost 200,000 miles on this truck. I've never, ever passed another one of my vehicles on the highway. So, no matter what color your trucks are, you're just not going to see them. Oops. Well, I didn't mean to turn the game off, but okay. I guess we're done because I turned the game off. So, I'll see y'all next week. And next week we will drive the snowman's truck. So, you have that to look forward to. And thanks for everybody for showing up, and I'll see you all next week.